În seara aceasta vom vedea un documentar, o producție spaniolă, se numește Prima femeie, First Woman, și suntem în prezența regizorului, Miguel Eek. Miguel, I will invite you to say a few words for the beginning of the screening.
Okay, hi. I'm very impressed that all of you understanding this in Spain doesn't happen. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be in a physical screening. I was telling you before that this movie has been screened in different film festivals, and the most of them have been online. So it's been, for me, this is the second time I watched the movie in a festival, in a live festival, so I'm very happy for that. And I won't say so much about the movie. I just want to invite you to feel free to make questions or reactions after the movie. It will be my pleasure to answer and to have a small conversation with you. So enjoy the movie and see you later.
Thank you, Miguel. How did you meet Eva? This is the first thing I want to know.
Okay, I met Eva 4 years ago. I just made a documentary before about a cemetery, and I wanted to continue another film about an institution. And mental health has been always a subject that was very important for me and very interesting, but I really didn't know nothing about it. So I just went to the psychiatric hospital of Mallorca and I offered them a workshop on filmmaking for the users, for the patients. And I spent 3 months with them making movies.
Wow.
I just bring them all the cameras I had, and we start to shoot each other, and we make some kind of therapy through cameras and through filmmaking. And there, someone was very bright in the middle of this group, and was Eva. She was someone with a specific character, and especially something very important for me was see someone with a dream. She wanted to quit the psychiatric hospital, and not many people, because of the medication because of the medication, basically they are like very relaxed. They are a bit like hopeless. And Eva was completely different. She had like a very powerful dream to quit this place and to look for her son. And this was amazing. So I just started to shoot her and realized that she was someone with a very cinematic way of being, and we agreed to start to shoot like a movie just about her.
Oh, amazing. So you started shooting her 4 years ago. She was inside there for 2-3 years?
Actually, she spent 6 years in the psychiatric hospital, and I spent with her 1 year and a half into the institution and 1.5 year outside the institution. So I followed her for 2 years.
2 years. Wow. Amazing. And how did this relationship develop? Like you said at first you were doing the workshop, so you were shooting each other, but then your film developed very much into observational documentary. Actually, this was one of the things I noticed, that although she's so interactive, you managed to make the camera just observe her from a distance. You managed to create this distance between you and her. So I was curious how you did it.
It was not easy, because Eva has a schizophrenia. That means that some days she's very happy to making a film, and sometimes she don't want to make a film at all.
Okay.
So, and also I think at the beginning she didn't understand very well what was making a movie means, in the sense that I think she lost a bit the north, in the sense that she thought she wasn't kind of a star for me, like an actress, and she had to do things, special things. And at the beginning was, okay, I used to shoot for many hours, just with two cameras, a big shot and a close-up shot, another camera. And we spent hours and hours. So she realized that I was not expecting nothing, just to follow her. So she started to, she was very comfortable with the camera. This is something I think you can feel it, that sometimes she'll look to the camera, but basically she's into the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So after some weeks, she was very connected with, okay, so this is about life, this is about me, I'm gonna live. We were not every day with her, but we spent many days. And during these days, I think the camera and all my team became a bit invisible for her. And each time I could be more close and close to her.
Mm.
And but was not easy relation in the sense that sometimes she was afraid. She was afraid of the image she was giving to her son, because she imagined that some days the son will watch the movie, and and she was afraid of showing the dark side of herself, and she wanted to protect this a bit. But then she was more and more relaxed. So I think, and this is the side of her she offered to the movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would like now to ask the audience if you have any questions already. You can raise your hand.
Hello, and thank you and congratulations. It was really inspiring me, your film. As a documentarist myself, I'm curious about this production thing. How did you manage to get the rights for the mental health
The institution.
For the people inside?
I had the good luck that the psychiatric hospital director was someone very, very open-minded, in the sense that he understands that the psychiatric hospitals are places that have been hidden for society for many years, and people has image of very dark places where bad things happen. And he's in another mood. He wants to open this place. Actually, the psychiatric hospital in Mallorca, he wants to open for society and make some kind of gardens into the place. So at the beginning, he was a bit suspicious, because many times journalists goes there for trying to make a news. And so I just showed him my previous movie that was also about an institution, and where I spent also 1.5 years just shooting. And he realized that, it was a movie about death through the workers of a cemetery. So he realized that my gaze was not focused on, I don't know what's the word.
Not
Criticism?
the bad part.
Criticism?
En morbo?
Death.
I was not looking for the dark side of the institution, but I was looking for humanity, for empathy, for emotions, and for characters. So this helped me a lot to get the first step is to enter there, and I spent 3 months without camera, just knowing the characters and doing this workshop, and then I had to go each one by each one asking for rights, and sometimes they don't have their own rights because they depend of a tutor. So the production had to contact each one and ask if they agreed. And it seems like very easy, but for instance, the first image when Eva is in the breakfast, we have to put all the characters in the exact place to don't show the guy who don't want to appear. So it seems like more natural, but it was a bit complicated. But finally, we managed to do it. I think it's a question of time, as always. This kind of movies needs time. You cannot be hurried, and you need to. And also, I think also it's important to be for me, very clear that you don't, at least me, I was not looking for something. Sometimes I think people are worried when you have, you want to show an idea and you are looking for how to show this idea. I didn't have an idea, I just had like kind of intuition that, and my intuition is that I didn't know anything about that. So I just wanted to discover and make the audience discover with me. First, multi-characters movie, then I realized it was more interesting just to follow Eva, and that's the movie.
Great idea. Thank you.
Hello and thank you. Sorry, my English is not quite good, but
my English is not good either, so no problem.
I wanted to take this micro to say congratulations. It's really, like, for me it was spectacular. It was marvelous. It was really an astonished movie. I'm a relation and communication specialist, and I'm looking at this. I'm under the emotion. From the beginning, I was under the emotion, and I'm still now, from the beginning until the end. And even you said you didn't search for a particular idea. I think that the construction is so firul conductor, nu știu cum să zic. The whole movie is like a very good methodical, like every plan is so well done, and I think all the construction of this Eva, the her identity in relation with her mother, in relation with her son, in relation with the others, with the group. I think that you pointed out exactly all the person in the middle of all these relationships with every important persons of her life. So I think it's the best movie in documentary also and in fiction also that I've seen since many time before. I don't know to say. So congratulations again. I don't have a question, a particular question. I just wanted to share my emotion and to congratulate again. Thank you.
Thank you. I think if you just follow the motions, I mean, this is just 1 minute before to start the movie. This lady asked me about what we should experience in a movie, and I think we should experience this emotion. I don't make movies or I don't watch movies for learning something, but for getting an emotion. And I think it's good that this kind of festivals show this kind of documentaries, because sometimes in television we don't see the kind of films. For me, this is films. It's the same goal of a fiction, just to connect with our emotions. And of course, documentary has it's so magic, because, I mean, how can I create a character like Eva? How can I create this kind of dialogues? It's impossible. That's why I make this kind of movies, because I'm not good enough to think like this, because even maybe you write this, people won't trust it. It's just, so it's a kind of learning. I mean, for me, making movies is like living life. It's just, it's excuse for link with people. So linking with people and spending time, for me, life and work, it's same. So that's why I can spend years shooting and just learning. And of course, then you get a lot of material. You were speaking about the structure, and we shoot hours and hours and hours. And when you are there, you just are connected with emotions and with your intuition. Okay, I will follow this direction. I will stop shooting here, because one start to record, one finish to record. You can now with this digital cards, it's so easy to just record. So we save a lot of material, and then once we sit in the little room, we start to realize, okay, the story could be this, and if we leave this scene or we take away this one, what happened? No? So you start to play with the material, and that's how I now, the editor, and myself, we found this option. I mean, with this material we could get so many different pictures and so many different movies. Anyway, I'm happy that you are connected with this emotion of the movie, so thank you.
Thanks. Just a technical question that you mentioned about how long did it took. I understood 2 years just to be around to film, to make the film, and then to make the montage. How long did it take?
More or less 4 months.
4 months.
4 months, yeah.
Congratulations once again. And
I just want to ask if Eva is out. Is she still out?
Yeah, she's out. I spoke with her yesterday, actually. She called me every week. Eva is fine. She don't work anymore, but she continue with workshops. She want to work because she want to be independent economically, and this kind of relation with the workshop is not so. I mean, it's a bit like a paternalistic relation. Okay? That they continue taking care of her, and she really want to be empower herself and work. She quit the boyfriend. She's very angry with him, so the relation is over. And when I have a good luck for a good news for you is that when I was finishing the post-production of the movie, when all the color correction and the sound, Eva called me and she told me that Danny called her. So they met. They met twice. Yeah, they are within the reconstruction of the relation after 15 years of silence. So it's a happy end that I couldn't show because the movie was finished. I just sent it to a very nice film festival in Amsterdam, and I couldn't like remake the film, but it's yeah. You have this extra information that nobody knows. So yeah, I think. In a way, I'm a bit worried that maybe the movie is a bit like dark or sad, but I think normally maybe the normal story should be like this, that the son never called her, because when, I don't know if you understand, it was a bit conflictive or chaotic, the situation, but when in the trial she explained that she wanted to meet him. Actually, the son didn't want to meet her, so we just followed her for a couple of months more, but nothing happened, and we felt that, okay, she just at least released herself in the sense that, okay, I say that I would love to meet you, but I didn't expect that he was going to call her. She's fine, but all with this pandemic situation, she's a bit like, as any of us, and she's like tired, and she just wants to come back to society and start to live again.
It's good, this finish of the movie, because if you added in the movie the meeting with her son, it was too much emotion, I think.
And it was not maybe real, the emotion we could get. if you see in the movie, there is a lot of ellipses. You understand ellipses? We don't see how Eva get the information that she's gonna have in the house. We don't get we don't see how Eva meet the boyfriend. We decide this also because when sometimes these so powerful situations, the camera really distort the reality, and we didn't want that. Okay, Eva has her life, and we are making a movie out her, but anyway, her life is the most important thing, and we couldn't be like joining her every day, 24 hours, because this is not Big Brother, this was a movie. And we had to protect also these special moments that are fragile also. Eva told me that this meeting with the son was so fragile, and so all of them were so connected with their emotions and with so many things to say that a camera was not a good idea there.
Hi, good evening, and thank you for this piece of work. So I'm a psychologist, so my main question is, did you left intentionally the dark side aside, or as to follow the main idea, as you said, that she recovers and she tries to be independent, or it was something like to protect her? But I want to tell you that if you did intentionally this, I sensed all over the movie that there was something like a suspense. I didn't know till the end that she will get out fully. It was something like maybe she's going back, or taking into consideration that the others were in different states of mind. Yeah, so that would be my question, and thank you.
I'm trying to answer. Well, Eva, I choose Eva, and I think Eva is one of like a strange success cases in the psychiatric hospital, because even the director wanted people leave the psychiatric hospital and change their situation and their relations with this place. No one in these 2 years left the place, but Eva, we had this good luck to try to choose the one who really quit the institution. And what is true is that I didn't want to choose like the not to hide the dark side, but not to choose the worst passion, in the sense that, okay, there is people there that seems that they are just pain all the time, and that their life is hopeless and bullshit life, because they have no one visit them. The medication leave them in a situation like they are so they cut their emotions actually. So I wanted to show I like Eva in the sense that she's someone in a very thin line between what's normal and what's not normal. What is this point between illness and health? And I think this is good because this connects us with her. In any moment we can cross the line and be there, because mental health or mental illness is something that can appear in your life suddenly. And I didn't want to portray like the I don't know the word, like the prototype or archetype, like the crazy man or woman, but someone that you feel that something is not completely right in her, but also that have something very powerful that we miss is this authenticity. Eva, I think, offers a very, sometimes very clear ideas and emotions that we are cutting in our, that society cuts. No, we don't use to express ourselves as free as Eva can do. And this is something I wanted to show, and something that really attracted me of her. And this situation in between, in a gray, it's not black, it's not white. It's in a gray situation where the illness is there, but it's not like the extreme. And then in her life, the bad moments are there, but as I said before, I think she protected me from these moments, and hopefully thanks to this medication, she's quite balanced now, so she don't have like a lot of bad moments. Sometimes she has, but not so much. This question here.
Hi, so I wanted to say that I really like your movie and I really found it inspiring. And I also had a question about Eva's personality and character. So I saw and I saw that she was very genuine and very true, and it really seemed that was actually her, totally. And I was wondering if you had any input on her personality, like, for example, it's much to say edited, but like either put in some things or taken out some things of her personality for the movie, or if it was actually her 100%. Yes, that's my question.
We didn't take away or add things thinking in, okay, this is more 100% Eva. But I think we choose situations, in between many situations, we choose situations that offer, I think, the complexity of what is Eva. Because if you see the movie, there is moments where the story go forward, but sometimes it's just a kind of portrait of a character. For me, it's more like a portrait of a character than a story with of course there is an evolution in her life, but I think what it's nice is that you are feeling that you are knowing someone step by step, yeah. So no, I think Eva. I mean, I try to offer the complexity of Eva. Eva is someone very dramatic, sometimes with a lot of humor, with a lot of with a very clever and surreal ideas. In many places where I show the movie, they say this is someone very like Almodóvar character, no? And at the beginning I was a bit surprised, but I can understand this thing, that because in her and in my previous movies I feel it also, but it's something that I realized afterwards. This combination in between drama and humor, and the character, I think, it's a combination of both, no? But it's not something that I'm thinking. It's just like a feeling that we are editing and this is Eva, let's put it, and see how it combines. I think it's, but of course, I mean, I cannot answer 100% how much of her is out of the vision. And for instance, I like when she gets angry. This is something that was hard to get. She's like very connected with emotions, also bad emotions, and sometimes she's angry with situations. And in the beginning, when she was in the laundry, and this other lady put the dryer and make noise, and she was, and well, she say very bad words that I don't think they are good subtitles in because in subtitles people like to try to put it more like polite, but she's not polite and she's say bad words. And this was something hard to get because she, in a way, she protects herself and she wants to protect this image of her. But I think anyway it's quite transparent, quite her.
Yeah, thank you. And I was also wondering, how did you actually meet her? Like,
How I meet her?
yeah, the story of your meeting.
Okay, we met during the workshop I offered to the psychiatric hospital, and she was one of the patients. And she was the only one who came every week, because sometimes they come, sometimes they don't come, but she was every day there. And I just proposed like complicated subject, like, okay, let's talk about love, let's talk about sex, let's talk about our parents. And she was very open in her thoughts and in her speeches, and she was like very, I don't know, I loved how passionate she was with life, with movies, with everything. Everything is interesting, everything is, it's worth to do it. So I couldn't not making the movie with her. She was the one, so that's why.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm very happy that you are making questions, actually. I'm very happy because it's, as I said before, it's the second time I screened this movie in a theater with real people, not with online. I said before that I was screening this movie in very nice film festivals, but were online, so I was alone in my home with a glass of wine. They're trying to be emotional with it and the feeling, but it didn't work. So I'm really very, and they told me that you were a bit shy, so I was a bit afraid, but it's happy that you are not.
Well, I wish you congratulations in person, not only online. And I was wondering if, besides the time that Eva met her son, is there any moment that you wished to capture? Like, have you thought about some event that took place in her life and you didn't capture it? And you said like, oh, I wanted to show that in my film, in my documentary.
I'm not sure if I missed something, because as I said before, I would love to see her when she got the news that she was going to quit the institution. I dreamed to be when she met for the first time again Danny. But I couldn't, so no, I think for the time the time I spent with her, I was quite present in all the important things. And I have to say that it's not a movie, I mean, this is not an action movie. You see that things that happen are very similar to our regular life, with her success and her bad moments, but nothing very, very special happened to her for all this time. The special things was that finally, after getting more or less release of a relief of the schizophrenia, she's like better to quit the institution, and I could be with her in these moments, in this feeling. Okay, what we follow her this day in the car when she quit the place. No, I'm happy with that, actually. And also, I make movies. I shoot since I was 11 years old, and sometimes the camera has been for me like a kind of way of protecting myself from reality. And I'm trying to live now more because sometimes I'm just so connected with the camera, I will be all the time shooting like you. Right? And now I understand that I have to shoot my movies, but I have to live also. So I know that at the beginning I was a bit afraid, okay, I'm missing moments of her life. But that's what it is.
Any more questions?
Thank you.